In the back rooms of the BBC studios. BBC what? Where am I?
Studio Works.
Which is different.
Apparently.
Good morning, John. I'm currently in a toilet cubicle at BBC Studio Works, working it out. I shouldn't have used that phrase exactly. I just got hair and makeup done with Aisling Bea and Sandy Todsvig and Alan Davies and Desiree Birch, who I actually know from America. She performed at NerdCon Stories back in 2015. I am about to be on a show that I love very much called QI, and I'm weirdly pretty unfamiliar with imposter syndrome. But here it is, you guys. Holy, how did this happen? Okay, so we're doing this. We're doing it. And I'm chill, and out there, they're hanging out, being funny. I'm trying to be funny too. They gave me a pocket square. I guess they thought I was too understated. We're gonna do this thing. It's gonna be great. I just realized my mic is on, so that's fun. I wonder if they're listening.
He's filming us for trouble.
One take wonder today. It's the day after Thanksgiving, and I have 3 things I need to tell you. First, the beginning of this video, I was on QI. If you know ways to watch QI, for example, if you are in the United Kingdom, but also if you have other ways that maybe people in the comments might be talking about, but I'm not going to encourage you to look at or use. Frick, I already have a cut. Check that out. Number 2, it's Black Friday right now. And for the next few days, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, there's a video on Hank's channel if you want to hear me rant about Black Friday, Cyber Monday for a while. Black Friday, Cyber Monday happening, and it is indeed our biggest discount of the year. And you could get it right now. And there's so much shopping that you can get done in one place, and all the profit's going to get donated to charity. And you could tell your friends and family that when you buy that thing, you could get it. I was like caught in my head there for a second, being like, does friends and family include everyone? It doesn't really include boyfriends and girlfriends. It doesn't really include romantic partners unless you're married and then they are family suddenly. But that's how my brain works. I'm like still talking, fact checking myself from 30 seconds ago. These 4 days are our biggest discount of the year. It always is. We like to get those orders early so that we can make sure we get them out in time. So order now. There's all kinds of stuff you can get. I'm not even going to point you in a direction. I'm going to point you in one direction. We have compression socks now. So these are my cancer socks that we have repurposed in a design for a compression socks with a company in Missoula called Vim and Vigor. They're amazing. I've known them for a long time, but we've never done a product together, and now we have, and I love them. I injured my ankle recently, and I have been enjoying this extra support. So we have those, and these are our cancer product for this year. So the money from these goes to help people in the world who would not normally have access to cancer care get access to cancer care. I said one take, but it turns out there are gonna be a lot of cuts in this one. And the third thing I wanted to tell you about, I'm going to be doing some new material at Grace Helbig's stand-up night. Cancer is a Joke, raising money for WeGotThis.org. You probably cannot go to it. I think they probably have sold out the tickets by now, but you can watch the live stream. And that was how almost all of you were going to watch it anyway, right? You can check out that live stream. There's a link in the description. You can get all the information about it. It's going to be on December 2nd. And what time is it going to be? West Coast time, starting like 6, I think. I don't know for sure. But that might be a nice way to spend your evening. I will say that my set at least is not kid-friendly. How can I express? I would call it R-rated. But do I know how I'm actually going to say the words? No. So who knows where I could go with it. And a fourth thing. Focus Friend, one thing to know about Focus Friend is that it has won Google's App of the Year, which is a wild sentence because it's not nominated and it's not like in a category. It's Google's App of the Year. So that's crazy, but more relevant to you if you use Focus Friend. We now have 2 new rooms. I think you should all have access to the kitchen now. And we have a count up timer as well as a count down timer, and you can change the color of your wallpaper. There's a bunch of new features. You should check it out if you haven't been checking out Focus Friend. We keep working on it. It's so good. It's so good. And then I guess I'll cap this video off by talking a little bit about like what it was like to be on QI. You might not know what QI is. I have been watching QI for probably decades, and you will note that there was no way for me to be watching it legally decades ago. So I was on that train, but it was absolutely a dream come true. I will say, after agreeing to do it. So first they said I could do it, and then I got cancer, and so I canceled. I actually just ghosted them. And then I got better, and then I was like, hey, I'd like to do this. And I was going to Ireland anyway, and so I stopped off in London. We had some days in London, and I did this, and then we had to get straight on a plane to go to Dublin the day after, like not that day after, straight from the studio to Dublin to perform to do my gig in Dublin the day after. And the crazy thing about this is that when I was finally about to do it and I was in the room with Aisling Bea and Desiree Birch and Alan Davies and Sandy Toksvig, I was like, actually, I don't want to do this. There's no, I had the dream and I wanted to achieve the dream. I didn't actually want to do this. I wanted to feel the way I thought I would feel if I was in that chair. And I'm not going to feel that way. I'm going to, and I did spend the entire time terrified that of just like blinding fear of trying to come up with something clever to say. And thank God they edited just, you know, you don't see people when they're not talking. And so everything I said, I've gotten plenty of good feedback. I finally watched it myself and I think I did good. I think I did good. I think I did fine. The first dream I ever really accomplished was kissing a girl that I wanted to kiss. Is this where you thought it was going to go? And it was, you know, it was everything I dreamed it would be. But then, you know, not that long after that, it stopped being everything I dreamed it would be. That relationship was not the healthiest. But the moment of the dream achievement of kissing the girl that I wanted to kiss, it was really a dream. Like the dream had come true. This experience was a lot more complex than that, I'll say. It didn't feel exactly the way I thought it would feel. I just thought I was going to be as confident and cool is a weird word, I know, but to me, cool, as all the people I'd ever seen be on QI. And I'm sure that I looked that confident and cool, but I did not feel that confident and cool. But it did feel like doing a really cool, fun thing. And the way that I convinced myself, because there's, even when I like kind of realized there was a part of me that didn't want to do it, I knew I wasn't going to not do it. So the way that I convinced myself that I would do it, I was like, okay, even if this goes terribly, I'm going to ask Sandy for one of her note cards. And she's going to give me one of her note cards, and at least I will have a souvenir. And John...
Sandy, can I have one of your little cards?
What do you want to do with it? Do you just want to have it?
Yeah.
I'll see you on Tuesday.